All right, everyone, we're going to go ahead and get started. There's a couple more people trickling in, so we'll let them trickle in. But really quick, I want to introduce myself. My name is Lindsay Barbeau. I'm here representing WACAC, which is the Wisconsin Association for College Admissions Counseling, and StriveScan, and we would like to welcome you all to our virtual college exploration event. It is a two-week event, so if you are really trying to know more about other schools or different panel presentations, we do have more sessions available on our website, which is wacac.com. Just a couple of housekeeping notes before I pass it off to the lovely presenters. At the bottom of your screen, typically the bottom, I should say, and there is going to be a Q&A button, and that Q&A button is how you can interact with our presenters. So feel free to submit those questions throughout the presentation, and they will get to them at the end. It is also the only way that you can participate and kind of interact with our presenters, because all of your cameras and all of your microphones are off. So again, that Q&A, super important. That's the best way to interact with our presenters. I mentioned just a couple seconds ago about signing up for more sessions, but the other thing is that we are recording this webinar right now, and those webinars will be available again on the WACAC website, which is wacac.com. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it off to our lovely presenters, and you can learn a little bit more.
All right. Oh, geez, it jumped ahead. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining our session about Northern Michigan University. Today, we don't get to interact with you aside from the question and answer box. So if you have a phone handy, go ahead and grab it while we do our introductions, because we want to know a little bit more about you as well. But before we know about you, you should know who we are. I'm going to pass it over to my partner, Kirsten.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our presentation. My name is Kirsten Menegos, and I am the admissions counselor for North and Central Wisconsin. So if you look at the map, that green area kind of from Appleton sweeping all the way up to Superior is my territory. So any of you students or families or counselors that are here from that area, I look forward to working with you. I'm a little nervous today. This is my first, not only first virtual presentation, but my first admissions presentation. So I'm new to Northern. I'm a graduate from there, so I have a love for the university, but just so if you hear some nerves or anything, bear with me, but welcome.
Kirsten's going to do amazing. My name's Kim Randolph. I'm also an admissions counselor, and I cover the western and southern Wisconsin area. So anywhere from Eau Claire down to Milwaukee and in between. I am the friendly face that will hopefully get to meet you in person at some point. I really look forward to working with everybody. And I also graduated from Northern. I'm an alumni as well, and I've lived in the Marquette area for the past 13 years before taking the position and working regionally out of Madison. So again, looking forward to getting to know everybody and meeting everyone. And a part of that is going to have you introduce yourselves to us. So Kirsten's going to take over my screen, and we're going to have you get on your phones and share some information. So have those ready.
Okay, everyone. Yeah, if you get your phones out, this is an app called Slido, and all you have to do actually is take your put your phone in camera mode and put it up to the QR code. And once you put it on that code, Slido will pop up and you'll be able to join right from there. So we'll give you a few seconds. We know how things work here, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so Kim, can we tell if they joined? Should I be able to see if they joined?
I don't know. Let's take a peek. Okay. I'm gonna test it out.
Okay. So right now I'm not seeing anybody that's joining, but I'm not sure. So we're just gonna wait a second. Okay. We'll keep getting on. As you're signing on, one of the first things that we'd love to know is where you're from. Your town or your high school, there we go. That's someone in my area, yay. So we'll wait for those to come up. We're just trying to get a feel for where you guys are coming from, how far you're from our wonderful university. There's one from Kim's area.
Yeah.
And it may be a little quiet, but we're gonna wait for the answers to come. We're seeing that you guys are getting on here, so. And if you don't log in, that's fine too, obviously. But we have a fun game we're going to play next.
I'd say give it just a
Okay,
few more
that's what I
seconds and then we can move on. It's nice to see where folks are from.
Okay, the next question. What major are you interested in right now? And some of us, you know, are undecided, but what are you thinking about? Just throw some out there of some things that you're thinking about.
Genetics, nice.
Okay, well, I think we're going to cover more than genetics today, but if you have any,
Lots.
yeah, if you have any questions, let us know. Oh, ecology.
Ecology,
See, maybe
great.
I'm going too fast.
Well, we're going to cover a number of different programs that we have at Northern and then some basics and then introduce everybody to ways that you can connect with faculty and staff on our campus to learn more about specific programs as well.
And then the last question on this program that we had is, what is your favorite season? That may seem odd, but in the Upper Peninsula, it's kind of an important question. So, all right, fall, beautiful time of year, as you well know. 2 falls. Okay, nice. So throughout the presentation, we'd like to share some of the adventures. Oh, there's a spring. We got some.
Ooh, awesome.
Okay, so now I'm going to have you play one other little kind of game with us. Once I start this, what you need to do is you need to go to Kahoot it on your phone. Kahoot it, and you guys probably know more about this than I do, as your high schools a lot of the times use this program. I'm almost there. Okay, we should have a PIN number that's going to pop up in a sec that you'll just plug in on the phone.
So the goal here is to kind of quiz your knowledge. What do you know about Northern? I know that you're attracted to our session because you want to know more. Perhaps you already know a little bit. Build on that.
We do not need that sound. So there's the pin. Yeah, what we're going to do here is just kind of see if you know anything about Northern before we even give you the information that we have for you.
It's like a little teaser.
Maddie's on. Hi, Amanda. Oh, it's fun to see names.
Yes.
Can't see your faces.
The anticipation is real. I'm excited.
You know, and there's kind of some dead time. I think I'll go ahead.
Yeah,
You think
go
I should
ahead.
wait, Kim? Go ahead and start.
I think you can go ahead and start.
Okay, anybody, obviously, if you're not playing in the game, you can still participate in what we're doing, so.
Just shout it out from home. We
Yeah,
can't
right.
hear you, but we
Okay,
love the energy.
our first question. NMU is home to one of the first medicinal plant chemistry programs in the country. True or false?
Oh, they're quick.
Yeah, they were quick.
Good job, guys.
Northern Michigan University has launched a new program in its chemistry department, a medicinal plant chemistry program. The program is the first degree of its kind at a 4-year undergraduate college.
So, right, true. We have one of the first medicinal plant chemistry programs in the country. It's kind of a cool program for all of those chemistry people. Okay, next question. What is the clip below describing? Top Golf, COVID quarantine facility, the largest wooden dome, or a hockey arena? You guys
Also
answered.
home to the Superior Dome, aka the Uper Dome. Believe it or not, it's the world's largest dome made entirely of wood. Now from the outside it looks like something from outer space, but the inside views are even more out of this world.
So it looks like some of you knew the answer to that. If you haven't visited campus, when you do, you will for sure see the Uper Dome. It's quite a sight, and it sometimes does look like something from outer space, but it is our sports facility. Okay, on the average, how many feet of snow does NMU experience per year? We're a little further north than you Wisconsin people. Somebody knew the right answer. This little video just shows cool things that you can do in the winter at Northern. Oops. So there is something for everyone to do, even when there's 14 feet of snow. And our last question, oh, Amanda, you are up there. Our last question, true or false? NMU is the home to adventure as well as quality education.
Yay. Best answer. All right. It's going to make me jump through here. All right.
Okay.
We're back on track. Thanks for playing with us, guys.
Yeah, that was fun. I hope you enjoyed that. It gives you a little idea of what we're going to kind of go through here today. One of the most important things about Northern Michigan University is where it's located. And NMU is located in the beautiful city of Marquette. It's the largest city in the Upper Peninsula. And if you haven't visited Marquette, it truly is a unique little treasure kind of hidden away. If you look at the map that we have here, it kind of gives you an idea for those of you that have not been up here. We're about 3 hours from north of Green Bay, 5 from Milwaukee, 6.5 from Minneapolis, the cities there. Marquette is surrounded by adventure, and that's kind of how, you know, a lot of people that come to Northern love the beach. There's over 800 miles of sandy beach. Lots of people are just enjoying the beach. There's beach volleyball, lots of paddling and kayaking on the lake itself and rivers nearby. It's surrounded by lots of hiking trails and mountains, cross-country ski trails, bike trails. So lots to do in nature and in the outdoors, which is really a good thing for what's happening in our country right now. Further, Marquette is one of my favorite places because I live in the UP in a small little town a couple hours away, and Marquette has great shopping. They have Target and they have TJ Maxx if you need it, Kohl's if you need it, but there's lots of cool little family-owned stores also in Marquette itself. And then dining, food is fun in Marquette. Again, we have the Taco Bells and the Jimmy John's, along with like Applebee's and Red Lobster. But my favorite restaurants are the locally owned restaurants that maybe some of the NMU alumni have opened. Border Grill is one of my favorites. There's a yogurt shop. So lots of fun things to do for those people that aren't maybe up for the outdoor adventure. But it's a really cool little city that the university is a part of. And actually this slide is one of our favorites. Does it snow here? Yes, this is a true, real slide. It does look like this in the winter, but you can have lots of fun in the snow. It kind of gives you that feeling like, hey, we made it through this together. One other thing that before Kim takes over that I wanted to say about Marquette is the university is really a part of Marquette, the city. You don't feel like the residents of the community are like, oh my gosh, there's another college student. They embrace the university. It is their community, and they really do kind of welcome you home to their city. So it's a fun place to visit if you haven't been here yet.
Absolutely. Put it on your list. Even if it's not to visit Northern, but just to visit the area, you have to do it. Highly recommended. just to touch back on snow, you know, we said in the video that 14 feet of snow is the average. Don't let that make you cringe too much. It's fun snow. It's snow you can play in. Like, you could do stuff in the snow that's up here. We have tunnels that connect our buildings. So if you're a little bit shy, maybe your favorite seasons are spring or fall, and you're not the biggest fan of winter, don't write us off your list until you give it just a little bit of a shot. Maybe come and do a campus visit in the winter so you can see how things work, how well we move the snow. When we have to move it every day, you get really good at it. And I promise that the Marquette area will take care of you as far as making sure roads and sidewalks are clear. You have places to go to stay warm, grab a cup of coffee, or if you want to snowshoe, hike, ski, snowboard, any of those things. It's all at your fingertips on our campus. And we have recreational opportunities for students to rent equipment. So maybe you want to try skiing, but you don't want to spend $300 on a set of skis. Don't have to do that here. As a student, you can rent that out. So just some things to think about as far as the fun side of Marquette as well.
I always like to say, if you're going to have cold weather, we might as well have the snow to have fun in.
Exactly. Yeah, if it's gonna be cold, you might as well play in it and enjoy it. So to dig a little bit more into we talked about Marquette, let's talk about Northern itself. So Northern's a mid-sized university. You're looking at about 7,600 students. So it's not too big, it's not too small, and it's kind of that sweet spot. So you can get individual attention while being on a campus where you don't feel like you're drowned out in a group of students. Like, you can be your own individual. You can make connections with your faculty members. And that really comes down to just the way that things are set up here. So our student to teacher ratio is 20:1. That's a really small ratio that lends to those personal relationships. Our average lecture size is about 28. I will say that some introductory classes that most of campus will take for general education tend to be a little bit bigger, maybe like 80, 90 or so for some classes. But for the most part, a lot of your lectures are going to be on that smaller end of the scale at closer to 28. If you have a large class, like say you have 80 in a lecture, usually a science class or class that requires some extra laboratory time or discussion time, and those are broken down in even smaller class sizes. So you'll have a lab of about 15 or a seminar of 15, and you can really get to know folks on a first name basis. Your classmates who sit next to you, your professor, your teaching advisors who kind of help you pick your classes. Like, you're going to get to know people here, and that's one of the favorite things that I took away from my time as a student at Northern. I built my own community while I was here. Our learning style is very hands-on. We believe in all-in academics, so you're going to have your lecture components to your classes, but your faculty are going to really encourage you to get out of the classroom. You're going to do some hands-on laboratory experiences. Maybe you'll do some field studies. If you're interested in any of the environmental sciences or ecology, you're going to jump in a van and go out into the woods and study outdoors, which is amazing. If you're interested into laboratory studies, you're going to have one-on-one time with high-level faculty research. If you wanted to get involved with the professor's research, all you have to do is ask, and that's an amazing opportunity that our students have here. So those are going to be doors that will be open to you as a part of the community in our campus. Another thing that we have for all of our students, so we have a technology initiative where every student on our campus is issued a laptop as a part of their tuition. So you can guarantee that you're going to have access to a laptop and technology to take advantage of all of your courses. The general student populace gets Lenovo ThinkPads. Art and design students get MacBook Pros. But our internet connectivity in the Marquette area is nationally renowned. We also can get you connected to the internet at the beach. So if you want to go down, grab a picnic table, and then study in between classes, you can do that here, and that's awesome. So we got a little bit of a feel for what some of you want to study. The nice thing is at Northern, we have so many different opportunities for students. The top areas of study include nursing, biology, art and design, criminal justice, the environmental sciences, sports science, athletic training, management, social media design and marketing, fisheries and wildlife. These are all programs that are really strong at Northern that have a lot of students participating in them. But they're not the only majors that we have. We still have majors in English, history, political science, general biology, and a number of other ones. So if you're looking for something, or maybe you're undecided, just know that there's lots of options here to pursue your education. Some of the signature programs, these are the programs that are unique to Northern that really make us stand out, both nationally and regionally. Our Forensic Outdoor Research Station is the world's only cold climate study lab for the decomposition of human remains. That's pretty cool. So if you think to CSI or Criminal Minds and all of those shows, Bones, the students are here studying those exact things in our area. And it's unique because of our climate and the fact that we get a lot of snow. It allows students to study something totally different than other places in the world. And it's really interdisciplinary. So students from archaeology, anthropology, criminal justice, biology, entomology, pre-med students, there's a lot of opportunities within that lab for students to get really unique experiences at Northern. As our Kahoot quiz said, we do have the nation's first medicinal plant chemistry program. So if you're thinking about anything from the essential oil industry, think aloe vera, lavender, oils, those types of things, hops for the microbrew, those are all medicinal plants. It's not just cannabis. So there's a lot of really unique opportunities within that program for students to get involved. And there's 2 tracks. So if you're interested in going bioanalytical and getting into the heavy science, there's an option. But if you're also interested in the business side, they have a business track as well that's built into that. And we also meet climate challenges with our one-of-a-kind indoor agriculture program, which is brand new this semester. It lends really well to the medicinal plant chemistry program, but it also stands alone as well. We also have a regional cybersecurity institute, and we have students working with robotics and mechatronics and embedded systems. So if you think about the computers that go into our cars that make them so smart, students at Northern are working with technologies like that. We have a UP Brain Tumor Research Center on our campus. So if that's your jam and you're really interested in learning about cancer or genetics or any of the microbiology and anatomy side of things, that's some pretty cool medical research that's happening right here as well. And then, not to keep droning on, but I really want to highlight our Bear Center as well. It's our Behavioral Education Assessment and Research Clinic. So we have students at Northern studying behavior analysis and psychology, working with students and children in the Upper Peninsula that are on the autism spectrum disorder, or that have autism spectrum disorders. And this is unique to our region. Folks from all over the Upper Peninsula are traveling to our campus every day to get assistance with their students and really help the students at Northern with their research, but also have the students help their children and their families also.
Okay, so one of the most important things about any university going away to college is where you're going to live. The housing at Northern really is set up so that you feel like you're coming home, and that's what we want you to feel like. There is a 2-year requirement, so students live on campus their first 2 years through their sophomore experience. We're kind of famous right now for our new residence halls, the Woods. It's NMU's 6 newest halls with granite countertops, ceiling fans, memory foam mattresses. So the Woods are something else. Like I just said earlier, I'm new to the position, and I recently had a tour of these new dorms, and they are absolutely fabulous. So you can see up in the right corner is a picture of the Woods. And they have they're all suite style housing. So traditionally you're gonna have a roommate and you're gonna share a bathroom with another set of roommates. And you can kind of see that on the top right, or in the middle actually, on the left, excuse me. So that's kind of the traditional setup. There is, however, that's different than most like original dorm settings. There is a little partition that gives you a little bit of privacy from your roommate's sleeping area, the bed and desk. There also is the availability to have your own room or shared suites that you can kind of see on the upper right, left-hand corner. It's a little bit more money, but there are options for people that want to have their own room and then just share a bathroom with other people. The quad is our classic campus living dorms, and they are really cool too. You can see a picture of them on the right. It's the classic dorm setting, two to a room sharing, again, the suite style, sharing a bathroom with two others. The difference between, they're just not as new. They don't have the fancy countertops, but there's some really advantages of living in the quad too. So you'll have to go on to the housing site on our website and read about those. Or obviously, if you have any questions, you can email Kim or I and we'll give you whatever you need. One of the most spectacular things when you walk into the woods, when I was there the other day, is you walk into this grand, almost like this lodge feeling. And that's on the screen where it says be comfortable. There's couches and chairs and ottomans, a fireplace. It is really something to see. I remember going back to my boss and I'm like, who has this? And she's like, we do. There's tables for meetings in there. They have pub style tables that you can sit and study on, but it's just, it really is spectacular to see this lodge as you walk into the woods complex. Each hall has kitchen facilities. So if you feel like cooking with friends, beautiful, like updated kitchens, better than mine, that you would be able to use. Top of the line laundry facilities. You do not need to bring a year's worth of quarters. The laundry cost is included in your tuition. So we've got state-of-the-art washers and dryers. Kim tells me even you can put an app on your phone that tells you when your dryer stops. So it's kind of a really cool place to see. Connected to the woods and the residence halls is the Northern Lights dining facility. Again, brand new state-of-the-art dining facility with different stations, with different types of food. Trust me when I say, no matter your dietary needs, you're going to get it in this facility. They've updated it and it's absolutely beautiful. It really is. Kim, is there anything that you wanted to add about that maybe I'm missing?
Yeah, there are multiple different stations that rotate throughout the day. If you are a soup and salad person, that's going to stay constant. Same with sandwiches, kind of Subway style, where you can create your own sandwich. Rotating entrees. There's a Mongolian grill for special stir fry nights and those fun events. Desserts always on tap. So if you want ice cream for breakfast, that's there and ready for you. There's a little nook called the Robbins Nook, and for students who have special food allergies or dietary needs, you can work with our campus dietitian to get access to that area. So then there's less food contamination, crossover, and all that stuff. So that's really awesome. And on top of the dining hall, we also have small micro restaurants throughout our campus. So we have Melted, it's a grilled cheese bar. We have Tamaki and Tea, and it's a sushi bar.
Wildcat Den, which looked really cool, like a restaurant that you can go and make reservations. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I loved that place.
Yes, the Wildcat Den is an amazing place. Kind of pub style. There's pool tables, air hockey, all kinds of games hanging out in there too. So lots of great places to eat, lots of great places to be comfortable, to live and to study while you're on our campus.
I think it really is something to see, and it really does lend to that feeling of you're coming home. We want you to feel safe, comfortable, and secure when you're living on campus. So these halls really do lend to that.
And another part of coming to college and coming home, you want to be comfortable, but it's also really important as a part of your college experience to be uncomfortable. And I say that in the way that you just want to, broaden your horizons, push your boundaries a little bit, develop yourself personally and professionally. And at Northern, we have a billion opportunities for students to kind of push those comfort zones, to test yourself, to learn new things. Through study abroad, we've got a number of different opportunities. You could study abroad for your academic program, or if you wanted to do like a special service project on an alternative break, we have opportunities for that. Students can get involved in over 300 student organizations on our campus, and they can range anywhere from something academic to maybe spiritual or religious based to just for fun. We had a Tree Musketeers Club, and they'd go out on Saturdays and climb trees, or we'd have clubs for like pre-nursing or, clubs for like the Fisheries Wildlife Association or pre-vet. Like those programs have academic related opportunities. And I think those clubs are really important for students to explore, not just at Northern, but at any college, because you have your academic experience, but maybe you're undecided and you want to try some new things. Academic related student organizations is the best way to, explore a little bit without that academic commitment. So we highly encourage getting involved at Northern and just getting connected to the campus community, the Marquette community. We have a volunteer center, so if you like to volunteer, you'll have easy access to different opportunities that are around in the area. And we also have a lot of resources for our students as well. So some of those resources include a counseling center. All of our students have access to counseling if they need it. We have sun lamps around all of our buildings. With 14 feet of snow, it means our winter lasts a little bit longer, and vitamin D is important. So we've got sun lamps scattered across campus in our library and some of our academic buildings, so you can get a little bit of sunshine inside, which is awesome. We also have really good student support services if you're first generation. We have an office dedicated to helping and assisting those students. Disability Services Office is there to help students navigate their options for alternate testing locations or note taking, all of those things that come with that. And then we also have free tutoring on our campus. We have 2 centers. We have one in our library, and then we also have one in the residence halls in the Woods complex. So it's going to be really easy access to get to tutoring if you need help. And you could do group tutoring or one-on-one tutoring. There's options there. We also have a writing center for students to take advantage of as well. So lots of resources to help you succeed academically and personally coming to our campus.
Part of being involved, obviously, is being active. And I even want to stress more, like Kim said, it's really important, no matter what school you choose for yourself, that you do become involved in the campus life. It really does lend to helping you figure out, hey, what do I want to do? Who do I want to be when I'm done here? So part of that is being active. And there's lots to do at Northern around being active. One of the new things that I actually learned about today, Kim was telling me, is we have new esports added to our varsity sports club. So for any of you gamers, I'm not exactly sure how it works, but maybe you can be on the esports team. Speaking of sports, Northern is NCAA Sports Division II. Again, I live in the Upper Peninsula, so I attend many of these games. They're part of the GLIAC conference, and there's a very healthy rivalry between Northern Michigan University and Michigan Tech, which isn't far away. And it's just super fun to go to the football games, the basketball games, the volleyball games. So yeah, and I was going to say, and then you cannot forget hockey.
We can't forget hockey.
No, and I said we're Division II, but hockey, no, Division I, and it's quite an experience to go to the Berry Events. Is that the Berry Event Center and watch a hockey game? So as a student, if you're not on the teams, you have the opportunity to really be a fan to some high quality sports and competition. Further, there are club sports. So if you're not able to make, or the basketball team or the football team or whatever, they do have some club sports that they participate in athletics against other schools. From baseball to sailing to ultimate frisbee, and I'm not sure all the club sports that they have, but that's an opportunity for you, as well as just intramural sports. And I don't mean to say just, but there really are quite a few intramural activities that you can become a part of. You join a basketball team, or you make one with some kids in your dorms, and now you're playing basketball. And so it just is a way, again, to be involved, to be active. Skiing is huge, there's swimming. So there's just an array of things that you can do here at Northern to be involved in the campus and keep yourself active.
And my favorite intramural sport, so this is the lowest level of competitiveness. You're just competing with the people that you're living with. And it's just a fun way to let loose, especially in the winter. We have a Battleship H2O competition where students will throw canoes in the pool, the indoor pool, and they will grab buckets and try to sink each other. Last boat standing wins. So it's a really fun way just to, de-stress a little, get moving, have a good time with your friends. So lots of opportunities for that here too. So Have we got you hooked yet? Are you amazed? Because we have some more to share about how can we make Northern happen for you, or how can you make Northern happen for yourself? Kirsten's going to go over our admissions requirements.
Yeah, the admissions policy or procedure to apply to Northern is very simple. It is, you just go online. It takes about 15 minutes to apply. Your minimum GPA, you need a GPA of a 2.25. And right now for the class of 2021, that's all they're looking at. So you just need to get your transcripts officially sent from your high school. You can have them send them in the mail, or if your school uses a service, electronic service like Parchment. So there's a $35 application fee. And then for those that qualify for a fee waiver, it's a very simple process and we can do that. NMU is test blind for that 2021 year right now. And what that means is you don't need an ACT or an SAT score to be accepted to the university. If you have taken the test or you are going to take the test, it may be something absolutely that you want to submit with your application or later when you've taken it, because that test score may raise you higher for some scholarships that Kim's going to talk about in a minute. So if you have the opportunity to take the test, it's definitely worth it when you see what it can do for you financially. However, for admittance, not needed. And that's some pressure off of you guys. But Kim will talk a little bit about what the money looks like and what money we give.
Yeah, so let's talk about the cost. That's a really big, important part about selecting a college that's going to be a good fit for you. At Northern, we don't have reciprocity like Minnesota for Wisconsin students. So you're looking at a non-resident tuition of about $17,200, give or take. Room and board is an additional $11,000. So you're looking at about just over $27,000 an academic year to make Northern happen for you. We have payment plans for students. We also have an average financial aid and scholarship package of students, or that's quite significant for students. And what I really want to touch on is our merit-based scholarships. So our merit-based scholarships are offered just based on your admissions credentials. So for our out-of-state students, we have two awards. Our National Academic Award is $5,600 if your GPA is over 3.0. That will drop your non-resident tuition to $11,600. It's $100 cheaper than in-state, so this is a good deal. The NMU Incentive Fund is for students whose GPA isn't quite at 3.0. We still want to make the cost of going out of state affordable for you too, so that's a $3,000 scholarship awarded between a 2.25 and a 2.99 high school GPA. That's GPA only. It doesn't include the test score. So this is a really good scholarship right off the bat that's going to help drive those costs down and make Northern affordable. What gets added on to that are our first year Wildcat Achievement Awards. So there's the $1,000 and $2,000 brackets. Those can be issued without an ACT score. So you could get up to an additional $2,000 to stack on those other out-of-state scholarships without an ACT score. If you did take the test this spring and you do have a score that falls within any of the ranges that are in this chart, you can get anywhere from an additional $3,000 to $5,000 added on there. So that's where you can see how Kirsten said, if you have a test score, you may want to submit it, or you may still want to take the test just to help get some of that scholarship money. But do know that you're still going to get scholarships without a test score by applying to Northern as well. One thing I want to put on everybody's radar is we do have a presidential scholars competition, and that is for students who have a 3.7 or higher, or a 3.5 GPA and an ACT score of 24 or higher. And this allows students to come, well, this year it's virtually, so you can compete with Northern and other students who want to attend Northern virtually for full ride scholarships, full tuition scholarships, and about 200 other smaller scholarships as well. So this is just something additional. The registration opens for this the September 1st, and deadlines will apply. So if this is something that's on your radar, if this piques your interest, check out our Presidential Scholars website on our webpage and to get more information, or email Kirsten and I, and we'd be happy to tell you more about what this competition is all about.
And I just want to say quickly, that competition is in November. October, November. So this is something that you need to apply now to the university. You have to be accepted into the university before you can put that application in. So anybody that has that GPA or the GPA and test score, you need to pay attention to that. I guess it's my screen now too. So we offer tours at Northern. We're still offering in-person tours during the week. They fill up fast because we've kind of limited the number of people that can participate in a tour due to the regulations now with the COVID. So you can go on nmu.edu admissions. You can sign up for a tour. We're also adding a couple Saturday visits. There's going to be 2 each month, September, October, and November. 2 Saturdays.
There's only 1 in November because
Yeah.
of Thanksgiving.
Right. So we do have the opportunity to do a Saturday visit right now. And then the other option you have is a virtual tour. So you can go on, you can sign up for a virtual tour. A student actually walks you through like this through a Zoom tour, and then you can meet with admissions counselors or academic advisors as needed. So please take advantage of that. I thank you. I'm going to say quickly, please write your questions if you have any right now. And thank you for being my guinea pigs. And please get a hold of us if you have any questions.
Yes, I am going to linger on this screen for just a second. Feel free to jot down these phone numbers. We can follow up and send out a thank you email with this contact information as well. So if you don't have a pen or paper handy, we'll still get you this information. I can't see questions until I stop sharing my screen. So I'm going to give it like 30 more seconds here, or 15 more seconds, just to give you a chance to jot down that information. And then I am going to stop sharing and see if we have anything in the question and answer session. All right. Do we still offer a legacy scholarship? So yeah, students who have parents or grandparents that attended Northern, they can apply through, we call it our alumni dependent scholarship now, so that we'd have to just verify that your parent or grandparent did graduate from Northern. But what would happen then is those students would get in-state rates for tuition. So if you get awarded the alumni dependent scholarship, you would just pay Michigan in-state rates, which stay pretty regular. You would not get the National Academic Award at that point, because the National Academic Award is for only students paying non-resident rates. But it's definitely an option and a great option. Good question, Amanda. Does anybody else have any questions? I'm so glad that you took the time to meet with us today or sit in on our visit. Hopefully we made it a little bit fun. I know Zoom fatigue is a real thing right now for everybody, and those who are in person and or maybe a hybrid of online and in person. We feel it, we get it. So we want to make the most of your time. So when you reach out to us, we're here, we're happy to talk. If you don't want to Zoom, we don't have to. We can do a regular phone call. That's totally okay. Both Kirsten and I are comfortable being texted as well. So those numbers, if you jotted those down, those you can text us at as well. We'd be happy to communicate that way too.
And good luck at the start of your senior year for most of you. I know it's a crazy time. And if you need help, with this college search, please give us a call. And thank you again.
Yes, thank you.
There's Lindsay.
Awesome. Well, thank you for everyone for joining us. I'm really quick just going to share my screen. I just have a couple of housekeeping notes. So thank you to our presenters for hanging out with us on this lovely Tuesday afternoon. As you close out of your Zoom call, once we end it, there will be a really brief 4-question survey. So if you could go ahead and fill out that survey, that just helps us make events like this even better. And then again, as I mentioned in the earlier kind of housekeeping notes, that if you would like to sign up for more sessions, you can do that at wacac.com. And again, this recording will be available on that website in the upcoming weeks. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and thank you for hanging out with us.
Thank you.